Hello guys, welcome to my channel and I hope everyone is doing well. So in this video I will be talking about the equipment where I will be discussing about the further topics of the equipment. So we have already seen the part first video of the equipment where I have discussed about the equipment, what exactly an equipment is in general, and then what is an equipment is from the SAP perspective, and then we have also seen how we can create an equipment and what are the important key attributes, or you can say fields, under the equipment. So in this video we'll be talking about the further topics, which includes how to display an equipment, how to change an equipment, how to deactivate and activate back an equipment, and how to see the history of an equipment, which means any activities, maintenance activities has been executed on that particular piece of equipment. And then the most important thing is the configuration. We will see the important configuration of the equipment, because as I said earlier, that without the configuration we cannot create any master data. So first you have to do the configuration like equipment categories, okay, and then you have to design the UI, how many tabs, what kind of fields that you wanted to put. So all those steps you have to first configure, and then only you can proceed to create an equipment. But why I am showing you first the master data, because you will get an idea what are the fields under the equipment master data does exist. Because if I will show you the configuration directly, I'm 100% sure you won't get this one. Okay, so without wasting any time, let us start. But before that, I would request everyone to please like and subscribe my channel if you are finding my videos useful. And then again, I am just giving one disclaimer that this video might not be useful for them who are already expert into SAP plant maintenance, but definitely will be useful for them who has just started their career or planning to start their career in SAP plant maintenance, or someone who is working as an end user in any of the manufacturing industries or utilities industries, etc. So, okay, let us start. So, just for a recap, we have seen the introduction of the SAP PM equipment, right? What exactly it is, then the components, important components of the equipment, then how we can create the master record, the equipment master record in SAP, and we have seen all these important fields which does exist under the equipment master data. Okay, so let us start from the further topic, which is the displaying an equipment master record. So how do we display an equipment? We do not wanted to change an equipment. We do not wanted to create an equipment. We just wanted to look. We just wanted to see an equipment important information. So what does that mean is that sometimes if you are working as a consultant, definitely you will not have the change access in the production system, which is the live system, right? But you wanted to see some information under the equipment. Okay, so for that you can use IE03 transaction code, which is written over here. I will also mention this key code under the video description, so you can get it from there as well. So do not worry at this time, just focus on the concept. Okay, so under the transaction code IE03, you just need to fill out the equipment number. Okay. And also there's a question, suppose, because there can be 10,000, 1 lakh, maybe 10,100,000 or 100,000 numbers of equipments which are already in the system, right? So it is hard to remember the equipment number. But in case you know the equipment number, you can directly put the equipment number and you can display the equipment. But in case you do not know, then there is a way which I will be showing you right now. Let us jump to the SAP system and let's see how does it look like. Okay, so I'm already into the display equipment screen, but let us exit this one. We'll come back. Okay, so I'm just putting here /n is to exit the current screen, and then IE03, which is our display transaction code for the equipment. So if I press enter, so this is the initial screen that I am getting here right now. It means system is telling me put the equipment number over here, then only system will show you that particular piece of equipment. Okay, but at this moment I cannot recall the equipment number, because definitely, I mean, if you are using this SAP plant maintenance system on a day-to-day basis, it is not, I mean, favorable thing or a easy thing which comes to our mind. Okay, so let us see how we can pull that thing. Okay, So if you can see here, this is an option which is the shortcut is F4. So it is commonly known as F4 option. Okay, so just click over here and system will show you this screen. Okay, so now there are a lot of options via which you can grab your equipment. Okay, so like search term, if you have provided any search term under the equipment master data, it will be like this one. Okay, which means like description, by description you can search. Okay, so if I will give like pump here, okay, let me see if something is no, so nothing is there. Okay, so let us try like this pump star. Sorry, nothing is there. Okay, so what I can do, the easiest way which I know is, if you can go through this equipment by cost center, so there is a maintenance plan. So if I am looking for an equipment which is under a specific plant, maintenance plant, I would say, then I can just put like 1010 kind of this, and I can pull the equipment numbers like this. Okay, now you will have this question. Now look, under the maintenance plant, again it can have like 10,000 of equipments. Okay, how I can search the particular equipment. So okay, so let us go back and let us pull another option like this one. If you will go here, equipment by equipment list. Okay, so now on this screen, so SAP will navigate to the another screen which is nothing but a report that we will see later on. Okay, but at this moment just understand, it is helpful to find your particular piece of equipment. So you can see here, so there are a lot of options over here, so via which like object type you can give. If you are creating something as a pump, okay, and you have provided that information like hydraulic pump, if I'm giving over here, so it will show me the hydraulic pump, you can see. Okay, so likewise there are a lot of options, so based on your convenience, okay, you can search. Like I do have equipment category as well. Okay, so under the object type I can select machines like this one, and then I can pull it down, so nothing is there, right? Okay, so via like this one only you can pull your required piece of equipment. Okay, so there are a lot of things, like if you know the manufacturer number, model number, manufacturer name, something like that, based on the status or plant, as I said, you can maintenance plant, you can search the equipment. Okay, so this is the way you can search. Okay, so right now I do have this equipment. Let us go inside. So you can see it is showing display equipment general data here. So here already we have seen the important fields, right? I just wanted to show you the display equipment transaction. So you can see everything is coming under the display mode. You can't change anything over here. Okay, so this is how you can display. You can check the user status by clicking on I as well. It means it is installed, and the category of the equipment is T. Okay, and this is your equipment number, and this is the description. Okay, so now let us jump to the another topic, which is changing an equipment master record. So for changing the equipment master record, what you can do, you can execute I02T code and you can change the stuffs. Okay, but there are certain things you cannot change after creating the equipment. Okay, so let us go to I02. Yeah, so this is change equipment. Now you can see everything is coming as editable. Okay, so you can change the startup date. Okay, you can put end of use date, acquisition date. Okay, you can change the manufacturer name, model number. Okay, so like I can see, I mean, you can see here class is grayed out, so you cannot change the class over here. Okay, for that you have to go to the class overview, and then the maintenance plant is also grayed out, so you cannot change it from here. But what you can do, you can change it from this icon. Okay, again there's an icon to update the address here. You cannot change directly over here. Okay, and then company code will be grayed out automatically because company code is linked with plant. So whatever the plant that you are using, SAP system will pull down that company code. Okay, and then the work center, planning plant, everything you can change, even though you can change the uh, structure as well. So suppose this function location is the one where this equipment has been installed. Okay, so you can change the uh, installation, so you have to dismantle it. Okay, you have to dismantle without the data transfer, or just straight away you can dismantle it and then you can install it on a new function location or on a new superior equipment. Okay, so let us go to the next topic now, deactivation and activity equipment. Okay, so for that also, if you want to deactivate and activate equipment, for that also you have to go to the I02 transaction only, which is your change equipment transaction. Okay, but how you can do that? You just click on equipment and go on functions. Okay, and then you can see here activate and deactivate. So right now it is active, but if you will click deactivate, it will get deactivated. Okay, and then there is a deletion flag as well, which you can set as well. So for deletion and all those stuffs, I will make a separate video, because this is not a small topic, because something is related. I mean, if you are deleting something, then might be you are deleting it for the archiving purpose, so that is a separate topic that we will discuss later on. But if you just wanted to set deletion flag so that nobody can create an order onto that, you can just do this ahead. I mean, you can directly set it as set. Okay, and also you can utilize this deactivation. So if I will click deactivate, you can see here inactive status has been activated, object is deactivated. What does that mean is that no one can create the order. Okay, or no one can plan the maintenance activities. Okay, so let us discuss the further topic now. Okay, equipment history. So as I said, you can check the equipment history as well. So how you can do that? You can also go to the display transaction only, not needed. I mean, you should not be onto the change mode. You can go from here only. So just execute display equipment transaction IE03 and then go to the environment, then click on orders. It will directly take you to this screen, display PM orders, which is a report. Okay, and just remove the dates if you want, and then just execute it. Okay, so you can see this order has been created already on this equipment. Okay, so some maintenance activities has been already done, you can see here. Okay, so they are cost as well. Okay, and this is the material that has been utilized, because there is a operation where it is saying install a new shaft. Okay, so the shaft material has been utilized, if you can see over here. Okay, so this is how it does look like. So if I will remove that, let us remove the dates and let's see if there are any more orders created into this one. Let's see. Okay, so there are total two orders that was created. Okay, so one was created in back in 2018, which is very old, and one is created today only. Okay, so I created this order so that you will see how does it looks like. So I was just planning to show you a demo onto this, so that's why I just created an order, so that you guys will get certain idea how does this order looks like. Okay, so by following this method you can get to the history of the equipment. Okay, let us see what is the next topic now. Now, what are the important considerations and configurations? So first of all, this is very important, just focus on this one. So from the perspective of data consistency, ensure that the data entered in the equipment master record is accurate and consistent, because master data is something which we are not changing master data every day. Okay, it is I mean, we are changing the master data, but it is a very rare activity. So that is why the business has to ensure, okay, or as a consultant, if you are taking the responsibility of managing the master data, this is pretty important. One of the most crucial thing is that ensure that you are putting the correct data, because whatever the data that we are putting inside the master data, that data is getting transferred to our transactional data. Okay, and then from the transactional data it is getting reflected to our reports, right? So that is why we should have a data consistency. For that we have to maintain the correct data under the master record. Okay, then the number ranges. So number ranges is a part of the configuration that we will see right now. Okay, So define appropriate number ranges for equipment to ensure uniqueness. Okay. So as I said in my part first video, equipment number is something which will be unique. It is not like that you can create a thousand of equipments with a single number. So that is not possible. Okay. And that is not favorable as well. So that system has not been designed by, I mean, like that. Then the equipment categories, use appropriate equipment categories to ensure that the correct data fields are available. So as I said in my previous video also, there is a configuration where we select the proper subscreens and the tabs for a particular equipment category, so which is very important. Okay, because based on the equipment category, the subscreens, the tabs can be changed. Okay, because for an example, if you are creating an equipment for a vehicle, like for a car, there can be different fields like plate number, okay, chassis number, something like that can be required. But for a general equipment or machine, it is not required. So why are we gonna use that field, okay, for that particular equipment category? So that's why it is very important. Which is known as a view profile, which is the next topic. Use required screen UI and align it with the business machine type. So we will see this view profile. We have already seen this in function location video. Okay, so we will also see this for an equipment as well after covering this topic. And then the integration. So integration is also very important. Understand the integration between equipment master records and other SAP modules such as materials management and finance. Okay, because from materials management, what you gonna do? You gonna procure the material so that you can maintain the particular piece of equipment, and that piece of equipment which you are maintaining, it is also a material. So it will be treated as a material from the materials management perspective. And then whatever the cost that order is getting incurred, right, so all those costs will be settled on the finance. Okay, so basically what is our objective here is to maintain the equipment. Okay, so if we are maintaining the equipment, we are executing the maintenance activities, we are consuming the materials, it means there will be labor cost, there will be material cost as well. Okay, and if we are hiring someone from vendor, I mean external services, if we are taking, then there can be external services cost as well. So all those costs will get settled down to the finance. So that's why integration is very necessary over here. Okay, so let us now see the important configurations of this equipment, which will be the last topic of this part 2 equipment video. So in the functional location video, I have already shared the transaction code for the configuration, but I will again repeat here. So the transaction code for the configuration is SPRO, and after that you have to click on SAP reference IMG, and then just scroll down and search for the plant maintenance and customer service here. Just drill down this one and go to the master data in plant maintenance customer service, and then the technical objects, and then the equipment. Okay, under the equipment categories, you can see maintain equipment category. So we have seen T equipment category right now, which is this one, if you can see. Okay, so what are the important things over here is, first is what you are selecting. Okay, so SAP has given three categories, standard categories, I would say: machine, PRT, production resource tools, and then the customer equipment. Okay, so machines we are normally using in plant maintenance, production resource tool we are using for the PRT ones, and the customer equipment is for SAP CS. Okay, not for plant maintenance. Okay, so don't get confused here. So as I mean, although we are creating an equipment category like T, but we are referring to machines only here. Okay, and then you can see these are couple of check boxes. So change documents is very important. It has to be ticked so that if someone changes the data of the equipment, then how you get to know the things. Okay, so it is pretty important that you activate this checkbox. Then only will you will see what are the changes that are happening under that piece of equipment. Okay, this is the workflow, not for you. I mean, not general, I would say. But if someone wanted to use the workflow, standard workflow, he can take. And then the object info, which is standard PM that we will see when we will discuss the notification thing. And then the view profile, T002 view profile has been assigned to this particular equipment category. So that we will see in the next step. Okay, what it is, and then this one, change docs to recreation. So this is also important, but not that much, because it is a change document while creating the equipment first time. Okay, but I would recommend that if you are doing the configuration, uh, better to just tick this one as well. Okay, and this is for linear. If you are creating this equipment as a linear asset, if you want to create, then you should tick this one. Okay, and this inspection level is something which has been introduced in HANA. It is not an ECC system. So we will see this inspection checklist thing, inspection level thing as well, when we will be covering the inspection checklist process. Okay, so now let us go back and see what is the view profile. Okay, so view profile is common for function, location, and equipment. So that's why it is not under the equipment, it is under the general data. And you can see set view profiles for technical objects. Click on that. And we have seen T002. So this is the one here. Select this one, go to the activity and layout, and here you can see general. So these are all tabs: general, location, organization, structure, and additional data. And these are the subscreens. So 005, what is this one? 005 is general data. Then you have this reference data, 010, then 015 manufacturer data. Then under the location, 020, 020 is their location data, you can see, and 025 is address. Then under the organization, you do have 030, which is your account assignment, and then responsibilities. Okay, so likewise you can select your required subscreen, and don't forget to tick this box, tab active. If you are not checking this check box, then these tabs will not be activated. Okay, so please make sure that you are ticking this checkbox. Okay, so this is the view profile, and then you have to assign this view profile once created to the equipment category as I have shown. Okay, and now the last thing, which is the number ranges. As I said, it is very important. So let us go to this number ranges. Under the intervals, you can see here. So there can be two types of number ranges. One is external and the another is internal. Okay, most of the time we are using internal. Also, we are using external based on the requirement. Okay, mostly during the data migration, we are using external. If customer requirement is that create the same equipment number as it was in the legacy system in our new system, then we have to use the external number range. Otherwise, we will go with the internal number range. So right now on your screen, you can see there are two line items. So first is this one, which is your external number range, and the second one is this one. Okay, which is your, sorry, this is the external number, the last one, second one. This is the 02 is your external, you can see here, and the first one, 01, is your internal. Okay, because the external checkbox has not been ticked, and it is also telling in internal. In case of only internal number range, system will also show you until what number the equipment has been created. Okay, so it is not necessary that next equipment that I will create, it will be 996. No, because there will be a buffering onto the number ranges. Okay, because why the buffer is important? Because suppose there are 10 users who are creating the equipment simultaneously. Okay, so in order to not have a short dump in the system, SAP has designed this functionality to have a buffering, right? So that there will be no conflict. It will be an overlapping. Okay. So to avoid all those things, buffering is very important. Okay. So now what is the conclusion of this video? So, I mean, whatever we have discussed, you might have got the idea about the equipment. Okay, so now you will know what is exactly an equipment is, how to change an equipment, how to display the equipment, and what are the important fields, tabs, and subscreens under the equipment, and what are the important considerations while designing or creating the master data, and what are the important configurations that we have to do before creating the master data. Okay, so my next video probably I'm planning to create on I will be uploading a next video on class and characteristics, which is a very important master data, I would say. And it is a generic master data. It can be used widely across the logistic module, but there are certain things which can make it specific to the plant maintenance or the materials management module. So that we will see. Okay. So my next video will be on class and characteristics. Until then, bye, take care, and please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.